What's up, YouTube? So this video gonna be about Guy and Teddy Riley. Did the debut album, was that all that you needed to respect Guy? You know, when you come up with a debut album which was so hot that people in the streets was bumping it, I'm talking about people in the know, because when Teddy Riley, when New Jack Swing was happening, that was all people was playing that tape. 87 was an Al B. Sure and Keith Sweat. And then Guy's debut album was played nonstop. Everybody and their uncle was trying to play I Like on the keyboards, and You Can Call Me Crazy, and Teddy's Jam, Groove Me, Merry Go Round, all that. And Teddy was huge back then. It was huge. It was the sound of the streets, and you couldn't go nowhere without it. It was big. But Guy's debut album, Peace of My Love, all that, was that the only album that Guy and Teddy needed to make together for respect? Now, they came back in 90, Do Me Right, Dog Me Out, Let's Chill, which was a huge cut, but it never felt the same. Then they had another album came out in 99, but they never quite hit the same. It was something about that album in 88 and Timothy Gatlin and Teddy and all that and Aaron Hall, but it never quite felt the same. I never quite got the same trajectory on it. Never quite hit like that debut album. And that's a trip because now the thing about it is because Teddy Riley was so respected as a producer in the sound of New Jack and Aaron Hall's vocals, so it overshadowed so much. And to be honest with you, even though they came back out, none of the albums ever had it just didn't feel the same compared to that first one. So I'm asking, was that the only album the Guy needed to make, that debut album, and you'd have been straight with him? Sometimes I'm gonna do stories where I say, was that the only album we needed from so and so? So be on the lookout for that, because this is another topic that I want to explore. Because sometimes people just say, well, I'm one and done and we good. And was that the case with Guy? Because that album was so cool and respected, but did you need any other thing after that? I don't think you really did. I think that some of the songs on the other albums were cool. I mean, Let's Chill became an anthem, you know, now that we found love and Doing Me Right. I know, of course, the collaborations with Heavy D and all the stuff Teddy did after, but, it was never a situation that they matched that first album. There was no matching that. That was, so for some, that was the end all be all. But anyway, let me know what you think, though. I'd be very curious. If you were a fan of New Jack Swing, if you were a fan of Teddy Riley, was that Guy album pretty much that was as big as they were because he took off as a producer. I think the problem was is that his production got so big and he did other projects. That guy got kind of put on the back burner. The album came out in 90 and then the last one didn't come out to 99. But see, the thing about it is when he went and worked with Michael Jackson, he had done work with Keith Sweat, he had worked with Rex and Effects, etc. Guy got put on the burner. He worked with Bobby Brown and he got put on the back burner, and it didn't, it just didn't really get that. So that first album was kind of like the one that most people gravitate towards. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments about it, because I'd be very curious if that was all you cared about was that one Guy album. And, you know, so sometimes it be that way. That's all we want. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. Till next time we catch you. I'm out. Peace.